Kia here from Kia Creates, bringing you journal inspiration, stickers and playful creativity. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working in this, which is a journal I've just made for the upcoming Halloween journal challenge. I actually made a few of these and a few of the little charms that go with them, so I'll have a video coming out on that very soon. But you're thinking, why am I using my Halloween journal already? It seems a bit early. It's because I want to journal about Summerween. So if you saw my previous video, you'll have seen that I celebrated my birthday by having the spookiest summer celebration possible. So we did all things Summerween. And of course, I thought the first few pages of this year's Halloween journal would be the perfect place to journal about my Summerween experience, because it's kind of the start of the spooky season. So I'll be using these Summerween party stickers and Summerween pattern paper that I created. These are on my shop now. They're like a little celebration of all things Summerweeny, and they're kind of inspired by some of the things that we did to celebrate Summerween, so I'm very excited to use them in this journal spread. I also have quite a few photos from our celebrations. And then I have lots of so-called junk from my birthday present. So for example, these labels from the boba kit that we made, the sticker from the watermelon that we carved. I have some cute Halloween stickers in there from last Halloween, and then some stickers that came with a lip balm set that I got, and they looked very summery, so I thought they would be nice to include in there. And I've just collected some bits basically from my journaling box that seem spooky and summery at the same time. I also made myself a massive A4 Gravity Falls themed sticker sheet. I wish I could share this with you, but obviously I don't own the images. I'm very excited to use them though. And then some other materials I just thought might fit well into this spread. I probably won't use them all, but I like to gather a big bunch and then see what I feel like using. So there's quite a few stickers from my shop that kind of go with the theme. Some Afraid Arcade, Ghostly Garden Gallery, autumnal stamps, and then spooky mushrooms as well, candy corn mushrooms I should say. The first thing I did for this spread you will have already seen at the start of this video, and that was to make this little title page. So for this I just wrote Summerween in Summerweeny colours, added some doodles of pumpkins and watermelons, and I thought that oval on the pattern paper was enough to be a nice title page because I didn't want to cover up too much of that paper. For the next spread, I obviously started with washi tape, I can't help myself, and I have this Halloween bunting washi tape that feels nice and like festive. I also added some gilded flower washi tape. Summerween is actually such a fun and freeing theme to journal about because you can pick any elements that feel summery and any elements that feel spooky and then just combine them however you want. So I had fun just kind of getting some colour onto the pages to start with washi tapes. I thought the really yellow and orange Halloween tape was nice because it seems spooky but also very sunny. While I'm adding washi tape and random stickers and bits of junk to these pages, let's just quickly talk about seasons, because I found something out when making my last Summerween video, and that was that for people, some people anyway, in the United States, August is the start of autumn because they go back to school then, which is crazy to me because August is so summer for us. Like the summer holidays kind of start near the end of July and you have 6 weeks, so that's the entirety of August. So to me August is like mid-summer, it's like the height of summer. And I know according to Gravity Falls, which made up Summerween, the actual official date of it is like the 22nd of June or something, but it's a combination of spookiness and summer, right? So to me you could celebrate it through the whole summer. And I was kind of surprised when I put that video out in August and I had comments like, but summer's over, so why are you posting this now? I was like, summer's not over, summer's just got started. And it made me think about how we don't really follow like meteorological seasons, we just kind of base them on when we go back to work or back to school. Here's me doing a little doodle of our spooky boba cups, by the way, and this is the third time I've recorded me saying that because every time I've accidentally said booble. Doodle of boba cups, not booble. Anyway, my kind of rambling about the seasons before was just to say that I found it really interesting to think about how people don't really even go on exactly what the weather's doing for their seasons. They just kind of go on vibes and when they think it should start based on like what they're doing at that moment. And it's kind of similar to how, you know how like nothing inherently Christmassy actually happens on Christmas Day, like the day is not actually different but it's just made different and magical by how people celebrate it and their traditions. I kind of think the same with seasons, like what you put into it, how much you want it to feel like something, how much you romanticize it, the kind of traditions you make up, and the little effort you put into all the little things to set the scene. That's what makes the season what it actually is. And I think that's so nice. Like I think that's why, to be honest, I've never really been like a summery person. Like I don't hate it, I'm not like, oh my god I can't wait till the heat's over, because it's never that hot in England, but I'm just like, I really love autumn and I really love Christmas, and I've realised that they are really magical seasons because I put so much effort into making it feel like autumn or making it feel like Christmas, making sure we always have like fun things to make or to do or to celebrate or to eat or to drink to make it feel like that season. And by giving summer this kind of Summerween focus and finding a way to like combine spookiness and summeriness, it's made me really enjoy the summer, and it's felt like the summeriest summer I've ever had, even though it's been spooky themed. And I know that's probably quite strange and not for everyone, but this is just to say seasons can basically start and end whenever you want them to, and you can celebrate them and romanticise them in whatever way you like. Which brings us nicely back to these journal pages that I'm making, because to me personally, there's no better way to celebrate the transition from summer into early autumn than making Summerween themed pages in my Halloween journal. So as you'll have seen while I was chatting, I did make like a smashbook style kind of page, which is no writing, just like stickers, collage with like labels and junk and things like that. And you'll see I'm kind of working back and forth in these pages, like I don't go in order, I just went with how I felt, and I feel like that's a nice freeing way to journal. You don't have to fill up a page at a time, you can just go back and forth and work out the themes as you go. So on this page I kind of wrote a lot about what we did on my actual birthday and some of the activities that I've stuck in pictures about, like making the boba and making the candy corn ice lollies, things like that. I stuck in this little ghostly palette sticker from my Ghostly Garden Gallery sticker sheet. I think it's really cute because you can colour in the colour palette that you want. And then yeah, just decorated the page with my usual doodles, like having to fill in all of the little space with like stars and dots and stuff. So those pages were complete, and I went back to this other page that I started. So on the right hand side we have like the smashbook collage of stickers and junk and things, and then on the left hand page I wanted to make one specifically themed about our jack-o'-melon. Carving this melon was one of my favourite Summerween activities, so it has to have a page of its own. I love our little jack-o'-melon. I wish it was still around, but it did not last long. And I've had in my journaling box literally for so long that weird sticker that's like a vintage drawing of like a witch in like a courgette car, but is it a courgette? It's kind of red inside, so it sort of looks like a watermelon a little bit, and I had no idea what to do with it, so it always hung around. And when I made this jack-o'-melon page, it felt perfect. So I'm very happy that that weird sticker has finally found a home. And here's my little title. It's kind of tricky sometimes to draw onto this handmade recycled paper because the ink kind of bleeds a little bit, but I feel like this turned out really cute, so I'm happy with the lettering of this title. I couldn't help adding a little bit of green and pink, classic watermelon colours, and then I filled in the rest of the page by just writing a little bit about carving this melon, and then that's kind of the second spread done, or I guess third if you want to count the title page. And what I really like about these journals where there's like different pages of different colours and sizes is that it's always kind of a mix. You're not like faced with a big blank double page and then another one. There's all these little like pockets, and you have to journal in different ways, and it's every spread is going to be completely different to make, and I really love that. So obviously I carried on because I had way more materials. I didn't expect to make so many journal spreads, but I just had a lot to talk about and a lot of things to stick in. So this little page, like mini page I guess, was about the pottery painting that we did at Emma Bridgewater. So I just stuck in a picture of all of us with our plates that we painted, and then put a little border of pattern paper around it, and you'll see I carry on decorating that page, but I just thought sometimes it's nice to show that a page can just be photos and a border, and that's it. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be a lot of writing. And the right hand page is kind of similar, nothing fancy, it's just some photos, some stickers, and then in the gaps I just label some of the photos or write down some details that I want to remember. And this is a really fun way to journal because unlike the journal spreads that maybe I made like a few years ago where I'd kind of the main point was that it was supposed to look really nice, and I'd planned out in my head like what the big title would be, or like a point of interest, like a drawing. Now I just kind of go into a little trance, and I know what I want to record, like I know what memories I want to keep and celebrate, but I don't really have an idea of exactly how I want it to look. I just go with the flow, and they're probably less Instagrammable than they used to be. They're less like eye-catching, but they're more authentically me. Like, I look back and I just see that I've basically spilled my brain and my memories onto the page, and I love that, and I would definitely recommend that as a way to journal. I've said it before and I'll say it again, make your journal work for you, not the other way around, and focus on enjoying the process rather than the end result. That being said, here's the end result of that spread. And then we make one more, which is a Gravity Falls themed page. I wanted to write about Gravity Falls more. I had all those stickers to use, so I basically filled the entire left hand page with stickers, like just all of them, because I love them all and I just want them all in there. And then on the right hand page was this kind of like splattered paper that I'd used to make the journal, and it looked really cool and it went with the theme, so I didn't really want to cover it up, so you'll see there's just like a little piece of white paper on that right hand page where I write a little bit about Gravity Falls, but the rest of the spread is just completely sticker bombed with loads of doodles in the gaps, and they're kind of doodles of like symbols and squiggles and codes and stuff, because like Gravity Falls has a lot of blueprints, plans, secret codes, and even if the doodles themselves or the symbols aren't great, when they're all filled in like this, it just looks like a cool, like hard to decipher manuscript, which really goes with the Gravity Falls aesthetic. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and it was just easy to do. I didn't really have to think about it, so I enjoyed that a lot. So those are the 4, or let's say 4.5 journal spreads that I made for this Summerween journaling session. I had so much fun making them. I hope that you did too. This is a little look at them in the light. I just wanted to say thanks for watching, especially if Summerween isn't really your thing. I hope that you still enjoyed watching how I journal and could maybe get some ideas from it, or maybe just enjoyed my rambling about the seasons, who knows. But either way, I'm grateful for you being here, and I will have a video out very soon on how I made this journal and some of my other Halloween journals as well. Hopefully I'll see you back here for that, and in the meantime, whatever season you consider it to be right now, I hope you're enjoying it, I hope you're romanticising it and making the most of it, and I will see you next time. Happy journaling and happy Summerween! Bye!